Hello and welcome to episode 12 of this FM22 beta playthrough with Watford. A lot's happened since the last time we spoke. Let's not waste any time. As always, before I run you through what's happened, if you are enjoying the series, be sure to drop a like. If you're new around here, hit subscribe. Last time out then, we lost 2-1 to Brighton after our victory over Atletico Madrid, and then we followed that up with a final group stage win of Partizan. As I mentioned in the last episode, we struggled after Europa League games. It happened again. We lost 1-0 to Leeds. Claudinho in the 25th minute. We then had the winter break / World Cup break from Qatar. Once we got through the break on Boxing Day, we lost 3-1 to Liverpool. And as you can see, since then, the form certainly picked up. Anderson scoring in the 94th minute. I'm going to ignore the Leeds and Liverpool games. There wasn't too much interest in happening in them, the sort of run-of-the-mill results. Leeds was disappointing, but so we kicked off the new year against Fulham. It was a 1-0 win, courtesy of João Pedro goal. As you can see then from the stats before we watched the goals, should have been more than 1-0, dominated the game. João Pedro had one ruled out, which we won't see when we show you the goals, but Sartori brings it down the right-hand side where we've had so much joy this year, whether it's him or Vanderson. Digs one out to Lozic, who's back in the side, playing really well. João Pedro heads it into the bottom corner. Not sure Lozic should be winning those type of headers, but he does more often than not. We then followed that up with a FA Cup third round against Ipswich. For those of you that saw last episode, I announced my first main save once this game fully drops, and it is with Ipswich. I nearly came back early in this episode to bring you it, but because of the time frame we're on with the game dropping and me wanting to finish this game, I resisted. It's actually a really good game. We won 3-2. Andreas, Francisco, and Emmanuel Dennis on the score sheet. So as you can see, Ipswich probably overperformed a bit getting their 2 goals, but nevertheless, good game of football. Again, they've outpossessioned us. This is happening in a lot of games. Bit of a rotated side going forward. Petkovic, Dennis, Andreas as the front three. It's actually them three that combined to score the first. It is an Andreas goal, despite it looking like the defenders just smashed that in. Then took a 2-goal lead, Quaisance into Francisco. We obviously weren't going to go an episode without seeing a corner. Ipswich then pulled one back. I played Dolberg in this one because Livakovic was injured. Fraser scored this absolute rocket. He's actually a player I'm looking forward to using. They then equalised, and it was all panic stations as they scored a corner. Not the best advert for a Dolberg to get more minutes than he does. We eventually made our dominance pay in the 70th minute. Andreas with a great ball to Dennis, who slotted home underneath the goalie. Then followed that up with 3 draws in a row. The West Ham one was crazy. It was 3-2 West Ham at half-time. João Pedro got all our goals. Quite an even game. As I say, Pedro hat-trick. Lozic, again, performing well in the league. 2 assists. Quaisance with the other. Disappointing set piece to start 6 minutes in. Diop near post. Just completely unmarked, unrivaled as he jumps. We then got ourselves back into the game on the 17th minute. Omar Richards into Lozic. Dug one out to Pedro. His first touch is incredible. Just gives him that yard of space. Fires in. We then took the lead inside 27 minutes. Joachim Anderson again bringing the ball forward. Quaisance with a great ball to Pedro, who goes around the goalie and scores. Pedro has been ridiculous. Didn't take long before West Ham equalised. Jared Bowen scoring a penalty. A long kick then wasn't dealt with at all. Danjuma ran through. 2 men go over to meet him, and then Yuri Alberto just fired home. And that wrapped up the first half. It then took until the 84th minute, but we eventually did get the equaliser. There was a lot of huffing and puffing. Lozic with an unbelievable pass to Pedro. The keeper come flying out. Pedro gets their first good finish. Completes his hat-trick. Couple of very boring games. A 0-0 against Blackburn, which is particularly poor. 0-0 against Aston Villa, mid-table side. It's frustrating because of how well we've played, but it's not the worst result. We then finally got out of the slump of the draws with a 3-0 win over Sheffield United. João Pedro, Quaisance, Troost-Ekong. Troost-Ekong came in for Francisco for a bit, just because Francisco wasn't playing well. We actually made a deadline day sign-in, which means that Troost-Ekong and Francisco are now not starters for us. More on that in a minute. As you can see, then dominated the game once again. I actually gave up quite a few chances to Sheffield United. They probably could have scored themselves. Lozic involved again then. Omar Richards, bit too much space. Digs out the cross. João Pedro wins headers apparently all the time. Got us off to a great start inside 5 minutes. Quaisance then scored a worldy free kick, as he does. I think he scores a couple more in these as well. So good to have. It's Malassar actually on the corner this time, and it's actually Troost-Ekong in and amongst that scores the header. Followed up the game at Sheffield United with a 2-0 win over Norwich. Quaisance and Lozic on the score sheet. Much better defensively than against Sheffield United, restricting Norwich to just 0.19. Played really well in this. Quaisance again scoring a free kick. He actually had a sighter earlier in the game, but as soon as that one lined up, you knew it was going in. Fired into the corner of the goal. And then in the 55th minute, we made sure of the 3 points. Vanderson linking up with Sarr, who digs one out. Lozic, who shouldn't ever win that header, does, of course. Gives us 3 points. We've only gone and beaten them again. We beat Arsenal 4-2. Crazy game. And we deserved to beat them was the main thing. 3.16 XGs. Way too much for Arsenal to be given away. Let's run you through the goals. Our Norwegian wonder kid got us off the mark then. João Pedro hits the post and Andreas is there just to tap in. 25 minutes in. We then doubled our lead in the 37th minute. Richards and Quaisance linking up. Dig was out to Sarr. Terrible goalkeeping from Ramsdale. João Pedro tapped in. We then got one back before half-time. Saliba near post corner. We then went 3-1 up just before the hour mark. Richards again with a great cross. Sarr wins it. João Pedro nicks in front of Ramsdale. Ramsdale did not have a good game. We then made it 4 just a few minutes after. Richards again with all the space in the world down the left. Digs in a cross. Great ball. Bellerin doesn't deal with it. Sarr's there to tap in at the back post. Before Arsenal got their late consolation, Ben White tucking in the near post at a free kick. Yeah, really pleasing result, that one. We continued our FA Cup run then. Good draw for us in the 4th round against Port Vale. Eagle-eyed of you will have seen that we have Manchester City away in the 5th round, so we're probably out of the FA Cup, but nevertheless, we continued 2 goals from Adam Lozek in this one. Set piece then. Sirialta Lozek just jumps in front. Feels for offside, obviously wasn't given. Francisco then into Sissoko, into Andreas. Great ball over the top. Lozek dinks the goalie superbly. And that wrapped it up all before 27 minutes. For our final 2 games, 2-1 defeat to Chelsea. Andreas getting a late penalties. Never really in that one. Before our most recent fixture, a 2-2 draw at home to Manchester United. Ronaldo has scored every game against us that we've played so far. And Greenwood got the second. And an Adam Lozek double who's been banging the goals at the minute. We got off to a perfect start within 4 minutes. Andreas again picking up a good pocket of space and finding Lozek like he did against Port Vale. Rashford then charged down the left, was able to find a cross. We dealt with it, but only as far as him. Again, he found Ronaldo. I feel like the defender probably could have stepped up then. It was a bit of an annoying one. Thought there might have been offside, but wasn't to be. McTominay then found Van der Beek, who found Ronaldo, and they played in Greenwood really well. Never going to miss from there. Goalkeeping position is a bit questionable, but that's just a football manager thing. And then very late on, we got ourselves a point. Emmanuel Dennis found Lozek, who got great touch away from the defender and slotted it in the bottom corner. And that brings us to today then when we play Everton and we play Portuguese side Braga in the Europa League second knockout round. I wanted to bring you the draw, but I assumed it was during this week before we played Everton. And it wasn't. It was before Man United, and I was a bit on autopilot mode just trying to get us here. So apologies for that. Some good ties in here. Arsenal face Atletico Madrid. Manchester United are in this, which is very annoying against Marseille. We could have had a much worse tie. I think Braga is good. It would be a good test for us, but I think we should be able to come out of this one. Interestingly, my 90%, it's 2 legs was wrong. It's just the one. A quick check of the rules here shows that extra time's played if the score's a level after 90 minutes. I forgot they changed the rules, honestly. So we could go to penalties. There's actually quite a few outs that we made in January. Cook has left. Dan Gosling has finally left. Tom Cleverley left. Not for a lot of money. The fact we got 600k for Kutka at 35 was a great bit of business. Some young players going out on loan. Losers going out on loan to Brushamich and Gladbach, but that's with a mandatory future fee, so he was out. Not that it really matters because we're not going to play beyond this save. I actually plan on making no deadline day or any January business. We had about 8 million at the start of it, and then I think due to having good finances, we ended up with about 25 million to spend. I didn't really need any positions. I didn't want any positions. I've been really impressed and happy with the squad, but we spent big on Mohamed Salisu of Southampton. Real Madrid and PSG wanted him at the time. Ignore the down arrows. So unsurprisingly, I've been really impressed with Francisco purely because of how many goals he gets and the size of him. I was never specifically looking to replace him, but then I did this comparison with Salisu and it was just an absolute no-brainer. Stronger, quicker, better jumping reach. You can see from the averages, better mentally. Technically, he's better as well. One less heading, but yeah, he just is a better player. He's younger, and as we had the money and it's not going to last much longer than this, I figured it made sense. So all them results have seen us stay in 7th. Got a 2-point lead over Brentford, who are having a really good year. With 6 points off Tottenham, even with a game in hand, we wouldn't be able to catch them. As I said last episode, this save is now very reliant on the Europa League. If we go out today, it's going to be a very disappointing end to the season, basically. Face Everton now, who are 12, should be 3 points, I hope. Quickly run you through the team then. It should be fairly familiar to you all by now, I'm sure. Liverpool being goal, Vanderson, Salisu and our partner Anderson, Omar Richards, Vera at half-back, Dennis Zakaria and Quaysance in the middle, Ismail Assar, Lozek, João Pedro up front. João Pedro, who now has 17 goals this season and has just been incredible. 15 goals in the league. Still got Petkovic on the bench with his 12 goals, Francisco with 5, Troost-Ekong with 5. They'll feel hard done by here as we've dropped all of them for Salisu, but I just think he's such a good player. As we get underway at Vicarage Road, we've been good at home here, so I'm hoping we can put on another good performance and use that home advantage and make the most of it. As Everton come forward inside the first minute, Digne and Richarlison all the way back to Rob Holding, Godfrey fired all the way back to Pickford, who's now out of his goal if we can win it, which we do. And now Lozek breaks and we could play in Ismail Assar. Oh, he's found João Pedro instead. Oh, and he's hit the post. I felt sure it was going to be a goal. Big chance inside the first minute. Corner Everton now. Townsend to deliver. We actually deal with it. They didn't go near post and they haven't scored. This is Unsurprising. We don't win it after the clearance. They launch it forward. Calvert-Lewin's always going to win that. Richarlison. It's a good block. Because they're not done yet. Townsend now back on that side. Massapust. Oh, and Calvert-Lewin's there inside the 6-yard box. The linesman's running back, so it's a goal. 1-0 Everton, 35 minutes in. See from the replay there, Massapust just ends up with a load of space. Fires it back post. The guy out, jumps his man. Calvert-Lewin's never going to miss from there. Work to do. Corner ourselves just before half-time. Salisu's up, and it's his first... Oh, it's his second goal of the season. I think it's his first goal for us. That is his first goal for us, it says at the bottom there. It's exactly what we brought him in for. Not that he's going to be any better or worse than anyone else in that position, because as long as you're near post, you score. There's a highlight from kickoff. Could be a very scary end to the half after just getting ourselves back in it. Holden's allowed to bring it forward. Vanderson does well to nick it. Now can we drive at pace? He might go alone here. He's gone wide. He's going to have to cross it. Finds Sarr. Back to Vanderson. Dennis Zakaria is there, and Lozic slides it home. 2-1. Quick fire double from Watford, and they're in the lead. Wow. Well, that was a frantic end to the half. 2 goals inside a minute of each other. Salisu and Lozic give us the lead getting into half-time. Digne's got a knock. Fires it into Decore now. Rob Holden and Godfrey. They have a lot of space. We do close down Godfrey that time. Calvert-Lewin, Townsend. We're really not dealing well with this 4-4-2. Calvert-Lewin scores from 3 yards. Oh, we're not dealing with the fullback at all. Really frustrating. Then Calvert-Lewin finds Townsend, and we just let the guy go. Massapus again. Lozic never even sprints after him. Calvert-Lewin taps in. Really annoying. Bad start to the second half for us. Just over an hour now. Maybe a chance to get ourselves back in the lead. Quaisance, it's the crossbar. A chance for us to bring the ball out from the back. Vanderson finds Sarr. Finds Zakaria. Finds Sarr again. He's tackled well. Vera then spreads it to Lozic. Exactly what he's in there to do. Quaisance. Vera. Moving it around nicely. Oh, and it's poor. Richarlison wins it. Anderson nicks in ahead of him. And we build again. We've worked it out wide. Sarr. Him and Zakaria link up well. Should be able to race away from the fullback and get the cross in, hopefully. He does dig out across. Lozic will likely win it. João Pedro hooks it. Quaisance is there. It's blocked again. 70 minutes then. We're going to look to make some changes. João Pedro is not having a good game, so Petkovic will come on. Andreas is injured, so Emmanuel Dennis is going to come on that side, and we're going to save one sub for maybe just a little bit later. Dennis fires all the way back for some reason to Vanderson, who's allowed to drive. There's a little space there, which he finds Quaisance in, who cuts it back to Dennis Zakaria. Sarr. Oh, it's tame. Now Pickford will launch this, I'd imagine. He does. Richarlison. Decore just nicks in ahead of Zakaria. And now Perez can fly down this left-hand side. Digs out across. We defend it. Now Petkovic. Chance for us to break, maybe. We don't look interested in doing it at pace if we are going to do it. Sarr now. Wait for Vanderson. Does use him. Plays a nice one too. Sarr just cannot seem to race away. Petkovic is there, and it's a great finish. Come on. This has been the beauty of Petkovic and João Pedro this season. When one's not scoring, the other one likely comes on and scores. Why have we not seen a replay of that then game? Replay's going to have to be at the same speed as it was in the highlight. Didn't get the replay. Sarr does really well to cut it back. It's a great first-time finish off the underside of the bar. Back in front. We are going to make that final change then. Suzuka's going to come on. We're just going to put Vera into that advanced playmaker role. Absolutely fine playing that. Hopefully we can see out this game. Sarr now on a corner. It'd be a great time to get a fourth. Salisu's there again. Come on. 4-2, and that should be enough to see us pick up 3 points here. Vanderson now. We could be going for the throat here if we get another goal. Vanderson, who's been a threat all game. Digs one out. Oh, we don't get on it. They could have a chance to break. Oh, Anderson's made a mistake and let Calvert-Lewin in. Oh, he fires well over. See, if it's not in the 6-yard box, he's no good. Final couple of minutes of the game then here. Everton coming forward, hopefully one last time. Townsend with a sweeping ball forward. Salisu wins it, and it could be a chance for us to get a fifth. This could be very reminiscent of real life if we get a goal here. Dennis. Oh, he's at the crossbar. What a weird finish. And that wraps it up then. 4-2 on the day. A really tight game, to be honest. Very open, but a tight game in terms of stats. We take that, move on to the next game. The scout report's come through for Braga, just having a look through their team. Abel Ruiz looks a very good player. Looks like he'll be a threat up front, quick, good finishing. This winger looks very good, technically really gifted. Perhaps not amazing physically, but those technicals, especially with the way these set pieces are in this game, he is going to be a serious threat on that side. I'm sure most people will know this name. I feel like he's been knocking about Football Manager for ages now. Nicely well-rounded player. Good threats out wide and through the middle. Just to show how good our form has been at the minute, Andreas has picked up Young Player of the Month in the Premier League, whilst Lozek finished second. Both these boys have just been so good. Andreas isn't exactly developing at a silly, rapid rate, but he's still only 18, and he just looks so good already. 4 goals, 5 assists in 18 starts, 7 off the bench. It's not bad going for an 18-year-old who's just left Denmark to come and play in the Premier League. Here we are then. Anderlecht have probably got the only upset there and beat Atletico Bilbao. Atalanta have won against Mainz. Gladbach win 3-1 against Salzburg. Man United win 2-1 against Marseille. Arsenal and Atletico Madrid, such a good game for us, if providing we win. We've made one big call before this game. Petkovic is going to start up front. Gives us João Pedro off the bench, which is a good option for the wide areas as well. Just think Petkovic has been so good in the Europa League this season. I can't drop him. Everyone else is going to be exactly the same then. I'm actually nervous. Just to remind you then, as the teams are lined up and walk out, away goals don't count anymore. It's one leg. It goes to extra time and penalties if it's a draw. I'm assuming we were drawn as the home team because of the fact we won the group and we went in at this round. This is the biggest game of the save so far. If we go out here, there's not a lot to play for, apart from an FA Cup where we've got Manchester City away. This is the big one for us. Okay, the first highlight in the 12th minute. Richards and Quaisance linking up down this left-hand side. Vera's very far over on that left as well. Move it out to the right. A Dinks ball finds Petkovic. Oh, he fired over. Would have been an unbelievable finish had that gone in. We've started really well in this one, but we're not having great chances. 34 minutes now. Vanderson to Dennis Sakara finds Petkovic, who heads wide again. Lozek's tiring as well, really early in this game. We hit halftime, then we have much the better game. But again, this weird thing of the team that's not doing very well having so much of the ball persists. Just 28% possession. I'm not about to worry about it or change anything because we've had the only 2 highlights and we're having the better of the game. Lozek's tiring. I think he'll probably be an early change in the second half. We'll get João Pedro on. That then gives us our 2 top goal scorers this season on the pitch, which makes the most sense. Well, he lasted longer than I thought he would, but he's not really done anything either, so we are going to make that change. João Pedro's going to come on. I'm going to get Musa Sissoko on too, just for some fresh legs in the middle. 25 minutes left. Corner kick. This is a bit of us. Oh, it's headed clear. It's going to go out to Vera. He might be able to get the ball across. Goes back to Quaisance. Somebody's got to dig a cross out at some point, boys. He does. Starts free at the back post and he's missed. Oh, he has to hit the target. He has to hit the target. Final 5 minutes now. A goal could be huge here. João Pedro and Petkovic work it well, but he's killed Petkovic for that. Quaisance. It's been all us. Braga haven't come forward once. Quaisance digs across that. Petkovic, that's you. It's over the top again. I think we're going extra time. Oh, it's extra time. We've been so good. We wrestled back a whole extra percent that half a possession, but should already be winning this game. Dennis is going to come on for Sarr then for extra time. We do get an extra sub as well, but we only have defenders on the bench, so I don't think we'll be changing too much, to be honest. Well, nothing happened in that first half of extra time. Oh my God, Braga have a corner. Oh my word, that would have been the biggest sucker punch ever. Time has flown away and it's going to be penalties unless we score now. João Pedro digs one out. Petkovic over. It's going to be pens. Oh, I can't deal with the penalties. Okay, so I picked my 5. I don't trust Sissoko at all, but I'm hoping he's not going to take one. I'm hoping we save a couple before then, to be honest, but these are the best 5 we've got. Petkovic is really good at penalties, but yeah, I really can't be bothered with this. Oh boy, here we go. Braga up first. Come on, Livakovic, make yourself a hero. Oh, he went the right way. It's coolly slotted into the bottom corner. Petkovic now. You're actually good at these. Please don't be FM and make him miss. Oh, he's put it right in the top corner. What a penalty that is. Sangali now. Need a save, Livakovic. Need you to go big. It goes the right way again, but just can't get near it. 2 good penalties from Braga so far. Emmanuel Dennis now to keep us level. Fires into the bottom corner. Good penalty. Keep it going the wrong way. Come on, Dominic, son. Make yourself a hero. Be the boy. Sent the wrong way. Oh no, Mr. Zoka's going to have taken a bloody penalty, isn't he? João Pedro, top goal scorer. Oh, what a pen! Absolutely fired into the top corner. Oh, it's all set up for Mississauga to win it. I just need a save or a miss. Oh, fired in. I don't know what the keeper's done there. Flapped his hands the wrong way. Quaisance has actually missed in a penalty shootout for us before. I remember getting the message. Oh, and he slots home, thankfully. Oh my god, imagine Mississauga misses to lose it. It's either going to be Mississauga to win it or to keep us in it. Paulo Oliveira pots in the top corner. Oh no. Here he comes. I've never been so sure of something in my life. What a penalty. It's unbelievable from Mississauga. Not a single penalty missed so far. Down to sudden death. We need a save. We need a big save. Oh, man. I don't know who's going to be on this now. It's just going to be Salisu. Oh, boy. Slots home well. Didn't look convincing. That sort of floated in. Something's got to give at some point, surely. 6 for 6 on both sides. Come on, Livakovic. Oh, my God. We're having to keep ourselves in this. Oh, if we go out, it's going to be miserable. Joachim Anderson now, the other centre-half. Oh, God. Fires into the bottom corner well. Oh, come on, somebody's got to miss. Keeper, do something. We've been close on a few of them. The fact that Vera's so low down in this makes me not very confident for him. Slots home. 8 each. This is silly now. Miss. Oh my god, what a penalty. Omar Richards to keep us in it, to make it 9-all, or it's curtains for Watford. Oh, he scores. This is horrible. It's going to go down to keepers at this rate. David Carmo, you look like a big lump. Just hit it over. Miss the target. Oh my word. Anderson, if he scores, it's keepers. And if he misses, we're out. Anderson fires into the top corner. What a penalty. It's down to goalkeepers. I cannot believe it. Skorupski against Livakovic. Miss, please. Oh my, what a penalty. What is going on? What is Livakovic? It's come down to the goalkeeper. Oh, and he slotted home. We're back to the start. He fires into the bottom corner. Video's going to be about an hour long. Petkovic back up. Fires into the bottom corner. Zengardi now sprinting up. Come on, Livakovic. Oh my word, this is horrible. Emmanuel Dennis to make it 13 apiece in the silliest penalty shootout on Football Manager I've ever seen. Oh, and it goes in. I thought the keeper had got that. Oh boy. Somebody has to miss at some point, surely. This is horrible. Fires in easily. A keeper's just not very good anymore. João Pedro to make it 14-all. Oh, and he scored. Their keeper is going the right way every single time. Oh my, this is boring now. Quaisance has to score. Oh. Oh. How have we lost that game? 1.88. Quaisance got man of the match and he missed the most important penalty. We lose the penalty shootout 14-15. I cannot believe it. That's the second time I've had this upbeat Quaisance will step up again message in this save. Oh, that's really put a downer on this save. That's going to end the episode there then. That was a roller coaster. A great 4-2 win and then heartbreaking penalties. Look at the state of this. Next time out then I will bring you the FA Cup game against Man City. We'll play Man City and Wolves. Not expecting anything against Man City. Fully expecting to lose that one away from home. After that, either Saturday or Sunday will be the save finale. We'll bring you the last 2 games, unless by some miracle we've managed to make the FA Cup final, in which case we'll bring you Liverpool in the FA Cup final. If you have enjoyed today's video, despite the heartbreak, please hit like. If you're new around here, press subscribe, and I'll see you next time.